Hi, and welcome to this week's video blog on Some Assembly Required. I'm Sarah Hammerker, and I'm glad you joined me. Today I want to talk about moms versus dads. No, I'm not getting into some sort of game show or anything like that. I really want to focus on what moms can learn from dads, because we forget that sometimes we think we're the only ones who have anything to teach. I think dads have something to teach to us. For some strange reason, a rivalry has sprung up among parents, although which is the better parent, mom or dad? And this has caused nothing but angst and arguments, right? As moms try to get dad to do things her way, and dad stay content to be regulated to the buddy status. It used to be mom stayed home with the kids and dad went to work, and thus ensuring that most of the child rearing fell on the female parent. But, recent Pew Research Center analysis of U.S. Census Bureau data has shown a growing trend for dads to stay home. And I think this is a fabulous idea because dads are perfectly capable of taking care of their children. But often we as moms think that they don't have a clue. I remember before I met my husband, before I was married and had kids, obviously, I had a roommate who had a sister who was married with kids, and I would hear my roommate on the phone with her sister, and the sister would be complaining about this or that, and that she never had a break from the kids. She had like 2 or 3 kids or something like that. And I asked my roommate, I said, why doesn't she leave them with her dad? And she goes, oh, she can't do that. I'm like, well, why not? She married the man and she had kids with him. She must think he's worth something. She goes, oh, he would never do. I said, what exactly do you mean? It turned out that this sister thought that her husband wasn't capable of taking care of the kids her way. Well, yeah, duh, because he's not her, and that's a good thing. But what really made me sad about that was that this dad, apparently, from what I heard third hand, right, wanted to take care of his kids. He was trying to encourage his wife to go out and do things and let him take care of the kids, but she wasn't having any of it. So let's talk about some of the things that we moms can learn from the father of our children. Number 1, trivia is just trivia. In other words, matching outfits aren't that important. Sometimes we focus on things that don't really matter as moms. And dad gets this instinctively, right? They're less likely to get upset if the outfit's on backwards. They don't even notice if the outfit's on backward or the socks don't match or if the brother is wearing his sister's t-shirt. Nobody cares. They're having fun. It is the thought that counts. I mean, seriously, we get more consumed as moms, as women, with the details of how something is. A game, a party, an event happens, what goes on, that we forget to miss the sentiment behind it. This is why we sometimes get annoyed if the counter isn't wiped off, but the dishes are done. This is why we sometimes get annoyed when dad brings the kids back and they're all hot and sweaty, but they're missing their shoes. I mean, the thought does count. The thought that he took them for 3 hours on a hike and let you take a bubble bath is important. Who cares if they got something lost? I mean, we really need to focus on the fact that it is the thought that counts. The boring stuff can wait more than we think. This is my favorite. As mothers, we are often driven to cook, to clean, to organize everything, that we forget to slow down and enjoy the kids in the situation. Then dad comes along and they're really good at this. Sometimes too good, okay? But we should take a page from their laid back book and realize there are times when the dishes should stay unwashed, when the carpet should stay unvacuumed, so that we can focus on having fun with our kids. So let's face it, that the kids will be all right. I know there was a movie about that, but I'm telling you, your kids will be all right with dad. We sometimes obsess about how our parenting decisions will impact our kids, and we replay conversations in our mind. We replay things that happened in our mind, how they could have gone better. But the reality is that our kids will be okay. We love our children. We're going to do the best we can, and we're going to make mistakes. We're going to make a ton of mistakes because we are imperfect people. And thank goodness that's where the grace of God comes in to forgive us and wipe that slate clean. And we owe nothing less to ourselves and to our children. So dads get this. Dads get that the kids will be okay, and they generally roll with the punches a lot better than we do. So I'm going to leave you with this question. What do you think that mothers can learn from fathers? Think about your own life. What did you learn from your husband? I'll tell you one thing that I learned from my husband. I learned that, time spent with your kids is well spent time. And I learned to let go and let him do things his way. And we're a much better family for it. I learned that he relates to the children in a different way than I relate to the children. And that's a good thing. They may laugh at his dad jokes. They may roll their eyes at him. But they love him and they love what he brings to the table just as much as they love me, and mine can be a little overbearing and, all the ways that mine can be as a person, as their mom. So remember, we have a lot to learn for our dads, and thank goodness for our dads. I'm glad you joined me this week on Some Assembly Required, this video blog, and I hope you'll join me another time. Thank you.